know, I'm aware. I'm aware. I'm live. I'm very aware. I'm not just sitting here looking at the screen waiting for this computer to work or anything like that. I know I'm online right now. But right now, man, I'm not feeling good at all, man. I'm not feeling good at all. Look at my face. Look at my face. Does that look like somebody that's feeling good right now? King Ade, man, with the Wizards review. Did you see the horrific? I don't even know what words to use, man. Disgusting effort. Embarrassment. Whatever words you want to use for tonight, man, that's negative will apply. I'm feeling like last season right now, man. Stretches of last season, man. Not playoff run last season. Before that, last season. You know, if y'all Wizards fans, y'all know what I'm talking about, man. There was a game earlier this season, I think it was against the Pelicans, that I thought was the worst game of the season. I believe it was the Pelicans, was the worst game of the season. Nah, that game was on the road. That game was on the road, you know what I mean? So, this game was at home, Friday night. Ludacris supposed to be performing, you know what I mean? Well, he is going to be performing after the game and all that, you know what I mean? So, you know, there was a crowd in there tonight. And for them to play the way they played tonight, man, I'm just utterly disgusted, man. I'm utterly disgusted. I'm very upset. Like, I'm very upset, you know what I mean? There's so much to talk about. So many things I didn't like. So many things I didn't like tonight, man. So I'm not going to harp too long, man, because I might break the computer or something like that. So, you know, I'm going to keep my composure and all that. Well, let me rephrase. I'm going to try and keep my composure and all of that. But I'm disgusted, man. I'm disgusted. This is not the team that we've been seeing all through this season. So for them to play the way they played tonight, it's unacceptable, man. It's unacceptable. So before I go into stuff I didn't like, there's always going to be a few things that I'm going to like even within a loss. But I know it was hard. It was hard to find something to like tonight, man. But there were a few things, man. So let's start there. I liked at the beginning of the game, we were pushing the pace. I liked it. You know what I'm saying? I liked that. But we'll get into that. I like that though. I like that we were pushing the pace and just trying to speed up our play. You know what I mean? And then Kuzma was one of the lead catalysts of pushing the pace. He was getting the ball and running. You know what I mean? Like literally running down the court with the ball, dribbling the ball, running down the court, forcing the pace to get pushed. And I like that. And for his effort, he was getting wide open threes and hitting threes early in the game. So I definitely like, you know, they're making a conscious effort to start pushing the ball more. You know what I mean? But, I'm just going to say it now. Although I like us pushing the pace and, you know, just as a basketball fan, you want to see games up and down the court. We were winning and winning impressively when we were slow. You know what I mean? We had a slow pace. We still won a bottom of the league in pace. You know what I mean? But we were winning when we were the last in pace and not pushing the pace. So I'm now, like, overall, I like seeing the pace get pushed. But not at the expense of a loss. Not at the expense of losing rhythm. Whatever it takes to win is what it takes to win. So if we got to be slow and run a half-court sets all the time, then that's what we got to do to win. Yeah, I want us to push the pace. But if it's not gonna result in wins, we need to go back to what's resulting in our wins, man. Because tonight was unacceptable. But anyway, I'm on what I like tonight. So let me remember that. I like seeing KCP getting aggressive. He wasn't settling for shots. Again, all of this was early in the game, first quarter type work. I mean, he wasn't settling for shots. He was going to the paint, drawing fouls. You know what I mean? Just, you know, it looks like I like the fact that I know they watch film because they do things that we ask them to do, and they do it the next game. So probably saw something on film, and he's been trying to be a little more aggressive. So I definitely like seeing that. Gafford early in the game, getting lobs, setting the tone. You know what I mean? Letting us know that, yo, we're here. Well, that's what I thought was going to be the case. You know what I mean? But I definitely did like what I saw from him early in the game. Blocking shots, rebounding, dunking with emphasis. You know what I mean? With enthusiasm, trying to spread the energy to the rest of the team. And we're going to get into that energy part. You know what I'm saying? Because it goes to some of the team, but not to the players we need the energy to go to. But we're going to get into that. Neto came in, immediately started scoring off the bench. You know what I mean? He had one of the better games tonight of the Wizards players, man. So I like Neto tonight. He played well. He played well. I like that. He maybe should have been in the game earlier. You know what I mean? Running the point with energy. You know what I'm saying? I like Harold tonight at times, especially beginning. You know, Harold, he's a constant light. You know what I mean? Like, he's going to be a consistent light. He didn't have double figures tonight or anything like that, but he brings that energy. He always brings the effort for the most part. And I'm always going to like him. Every live stream I've done, he's always been mentioned in the likes. Never the dislikes. Maybe except missing free throws. Some games he had bad free throw nights. But other than that, I'm always going to like Montrezl Harrell, man. He's a great energy guy, great player for us coming off the bench, man. So I have no complaints. He does what he does, man. He didn't have his best game. Maybe that's a complaint, but you can't expect a bench player to be the best player every night. He shouldn't really even be the best player any night. Really, a bench player should never be the best player. He should always be, you know, you want him to have great games, but our best players have to have better games. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to be too hard on Harold, man. He's been giving us everything that we need from him, man. Every game, game in, game out, man. It might not show up in the box score, but if you watch the games, he's usually giving us what we need. So I'm not coming for him tonight, man. I saw Bertans, man. Bertans, you know what I'm saying? He's still a defensive liability, but I didn't put him on my dislike list. Did I? Hold on, let me make sure. Yeah, okay. He didn't make the dislike list tonight, you know what I'm saying? I saw him doing some things, you know what I mean, other than shooting quick threes. You know what I mean? He had some defensive plays, you know what I mean? He had a steal. Yo, he had a hezzy, then go to the hole and dunk the ball. I was like, is this Bertans? Where has this been? You know what I mean? He's still a defensive liability though, man, but that's what you're going to get with him. But if he's going to hit threes, give effort on defense, and provide other things on the floor, then, yo, he deserves some playing time. You know what I'm saying? Still not worth the money that he's getting paid. He hasn't shown that yet. But he's played a good game tonight, so I want to give him a little props, man. You know what I mean? Because I've been hard on him. He deserved it. But if he plays decent and plays well, you got to give him props there, too. And he did tonight. So. But overall, the best player on the floor for the Wizards tonight was Denny. Denny Avdia was our best player overall tonight, man. He gave effort when we were down big. He was hitting shots. He was posting up, going to the hole, just showing a repertoire of, things that we could look forward to in the future. You know what I'm saying? But he played the best game tonight, man. And again, off the bench. That's a problem. Our best player cannot be off the bench. You know what I mean? We can't have our best player of the game off the bench game in, game out. Maybe here and there, but not game after game after game, man. So, but that's it. That's all I like tonight, man. That's all I liked. And that's, I was stretching, looking for the needle in the haystack. You know what I mean? Looking for things to like. And that's what I came up with. You know what I mean? Because overall, the game, the final score was 116-101, but that was not what the game was. That was not a reflection of how this game was. It was worse than that. You know what I mean? It was worse than losing by 15. We lost by 15 because of effort with Denny. Kispert got in the fourth and gave effort. What should have happened, once we got damn crazy, Coach should have took those starters out and put the bench in to send a message. Coach Unseld has been doing a great job overall. I have no complaints. He's been doing a great job overall. But tonight, man, I just feel like, man, if the team is not giving the effort, especially the best players, And that's what he's been doing. He's been benching players that with big contracts when they're not playing well. But tonight I felt like he took too long to put him on the bench, man. It was just disgusting the way that our starters played. So let's just get right into what I didn't like, man. First and foremost, man, the Cavaliers scored way too easy, especially early in the game. They were scoring way too easy. No resistance in the paint, from the three-point line, but definitely in the paint. Whether it was their bigs, whether it was their guards penetrating, getting into the paint and scoring easily, it was disgusting. It was like, I try not to cuss, man. This was one of those games that, I will cut, but I'm trying not to cuss, trying to, be aware that I almost slipped. That's how angry I am tonight. Speaking of scoring too easily, Allen scored like, it was like a layup line, but it was dunk line. He was just getting alley-oops, dunking, offensive rebounding, second chance points, which is another thing I didn't like, which I will get into later. But he was just doing way too much early in the game, setting the tone for the Cavs. And I didn't realize it at the time that it was going to be a long night for the Wizards, man. But I should have saw it just by the way that Allen was playing. And then to back it up, Garland, he had a game. He almost had a triple-double. You know what I'm saying? He had a bigger game than Allen overall tonight. Allen set the tone, but Garland from first to fourth was just a problem. Nobody could stop him. And I'm hearing that he was a protege of Bradley Beal. They need to switch personalities, man. You know what I'm saying? Bradley Beal got outplayed ridiculously tonight, man. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't like that, man. What I also didn't like tonight was the various runs that the Cavs went on tonight, man. They went on multiple runs tonight, and they went up crazy on us, man. They had an 8-0 run in the first quarter. They had a 17-4 run in the second quarter, which led them to be up by 19 at the end of the half. But start the second half up 20. How's that? Because KCP wants to get a tech at the end of the first half. So they get a technical free throw at the beginning of the second half before this half even starts. So we leave the first quarter down 19 and start the second half down 20. You know what I mean? Down 20, man. And then to make matters even worse, usually when we start a half down double digits, we find a way to scrap and get back. But no, not the Wizards, not tonight. What did they do after being down 20, starting the second half? The Cavs go on a 16-2 run and make it 30. Yo, they was up 35 at a point tonight, man. 35 points at home in D.C. Cleveland. Yo, man. No, my bad. 36. They went up 36, man. I'm laughing, but it ain't nothing funny, though. You know what I'm saying? I'm laughing so I don't break this computer. You know what I'm saying? They went up 36 by the third quarter. Like there was like 7 minutes plus left, and they was up 36 points, man. Disgusting, man. Disgusting. Like I said, the Wizards gave up way too many second chance points. That was a catalyst to why the game got out of hand in the first half. Just a second half point. Second chance point. Like they was up double digits on that alone. You know what I mean? Not to mention everything else that I mentioned. You know what I mean? But the Cavs are a big team, yo. They started their front court marketing at the 3. I know marketing at the 3. Allen at the 5. I forgot who was at the 4, yo. I forgot who was at the 4, yo. But it's matter of fact, I'm gonna see. I'm gonna look it up real quick. I gotta know. Oh, okay. So it was a Cario at the 3, a big, small forward, and then Marketing at the 4, and Allen at the 5. That's a big, big lineup. You know what I'm saying? And that's cool and all. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna have a big line. That's cool. But for us not to be able to contain it, like it's not like they're a big lineup and they just nice. Like Marketing, he can hit threes. He's a decent player. He's okay. Ocario's a good player. He's cool. Allen is a good center. He's all right. He's good. He can throw shots and all of that. But they're not good enough to be up 20 on us. We're supposed to have an improved defensive team. Where was that tonight, man? It was disgusting, man. So I didn't like that. So let's just talk about the elephant in the room, man. Listen, man. I like Spencer Dinwiddie. I like his size. I like that he was a good pickup for, trading Westbrook to the Lakers. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't turn the ball over like Westbrook does. But one thing that is glaring that we miss from Westbrook that Dinwiddie needs to find somehow, some way is the aggressiveness, man. The tenacity. Wanting to make an impact early in the game. I don't think Dinwiddie scored until the third quarter. Like, I think he didn't score until the third quarter. It might have even been the fourth. He might have took his first shot in the third quarter and scored his first three in the fourth. I don't even remember. It was just disgusting. Like, yo, Dinwiddie, you're the point guard. Point guards have to set the tone. They have to get the other players open, get them involved, but they got to set the tone, man. There's too many times this season where Dinwiddie he's just out there. But he's not like, one thing about Westbrook, love him or hate him, the turnovers was crazy, but you knew he was there. You knew he was out there. Dinwiddie, he just disappears. Until the fourth quarter, he want to hit shots, but we need him. We need him to play better. Like, we need him to play with more effort. You know what I mean? And not even just him. Like, he needs to set the tone as a point guard, but then Bradley Beal as well, man. Bradley Beal did not play a good game tonight either, man. And it's been consistent throughout the season. I've been saying, it's a slow, starting the season slow. He's going to get his legs back. He's going to get it together. But he hasn't looked anything like what he's looked like last year. He hasn't looked like an all-star. He just looks like another player on the team. And this team is built around him. It's like he forgets that he's the star of the team. I don't know, man, but I never look at the Wizards like they're going to win the title or anything like that. And they are competitive. That's what all I ask. Be competitive and be a threat to, be in the conversation for the playoffs at the end of the season. And I still believe they're going to make the playoffs and all that. So I don't want to make it like it's just a dire situation or anything like that. But with that said, if you really want the Wizards to be a championship contender, the way Beal's playing, I would like to believe that Beal can be the best player on a championship contender, but I know what best players on teams look like. Giannis, LeBron, KD. These are the type of Kawhi. These are the type of players you need as your best player to be have a chance to win a title. Bradley Beal's not that. He's not that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want him to be that. I think he has the potential. Last year, he showed that he has the potential to possibly be that 30-point-a-game scorer, because he was. But he has not produced like that this season at all, man. And he needs to get his game together. He's supposed to be the best player, and the team's going to follow the lead of the best player. And tonight, the team followed the lead of the best player. They looked horrible. He has to play better, man. He has to play better. Also, man, the Cavs, they are known for turning the ball over. And we did not force turnovers tonight, and that's one thing that we have been doing all season. Forcing turnovers, playing excellent defense. It's like it disappeared tonight, man. It's like we forgot who we were. You know what I mean? And again, man, Unseld, man, I got love for him. He's been doing a great job so far this season. But tonight, I just feel that, he did not sub out players fast enough, man. Like, if your starters aren't producing, they get down 20, put the bench in, because they want to play. If anything, they're going to give you effort, just like they did in the fourth. You got to put them in early, man. I don't care if Beal is you're a star player, Dinwiddie with the big free agent contract. I don't care. They weren't playing well tonight. Neto played better. Avdia played better. Aaron Holiday played better. Put them in. Kispert played better. God, man, like, I don't care. Yo, hold on, man. I got to show y'all this. I got to show you this box score again. And I don't really, when I do this, when I'm showing the box score, it's a problem. It's a problem. Hold up. I got to show this. I got to show this. You see this, man? Hold up. Make it a little bigger just to make sure y'all see what I'm seeing, man. Look at this. Look at the starters, man. Look at that, man. Kuzma, career low, plus minus 32, minus 32. Caldwell Pope, minus 31. Beal, minus 26. You're not going to win games when your starters are having plus minuses like that, man. You're not going to win games. This was embarrassing tonight in so many levels. But the biggest one is because we were at home. We have a home court advantage this season. And for them to come out the way they came out tonight was just pitiful, man. It was pitiful. Also, there was way too many shot clock violations. I think I can't remember 2 off jump. I believe there were 3, but I know there were at least 2. You know what I'm saying? This is NBA. This is the NBA, man. Shot clock violations, you can't have those in the NBA, man. You know what I mean? So to have multiple shot clock, it's like the team as a whole was not in the game. And again, our best player is Bradley Beal. The team's going to follow the lead of the best player. He has to be more aggressive. He has to be. He has to be, man. He got to play with that dog in him, man. And he's just not, man. He's just playing just out there like he's just one of the guys. And, you know, that's a good thing from a locker room perspective, to not have an ego like you're bigger than the team. You don't want a player like that. But on the court, you're the best player. You're the player that we're building around. He has to set the tone much better than he's been doing. You know what I mean? I've been giving a pass, but to lose the way we lost tonight, no, Bradley Beal. You got to get called out, man. You got to get called out. Well, you got 14 points tonight? Denny Avdia was the high score man with 16 off the bench. 14? Whatever, man. Whatever. And he's still not hitting shots consistently. That's another thing I don't like. I don't know what's going on with him, but his shot is just a bricking. He's not hitting anything on a consistent basis. He's having a terrible, like, I missed the game that he had a good shooting night against Dallas on Saturday. I missed that game. And I'm like, man, why have to miss the games he had a good shooting night? Every game that I see, he doesn't shoot well. You know what I'm saying? I missed that game, man. But he needs to get back to that Dallas game, look at the film, take it to the hole, make easy shots, draw fouls, stop shooting threes, whatever it takes to get his rhythm back. He needs to figure it out, man. Also, another thing I didn't like tonight, man, was our deep three-point defense, man. Again, this game was a game that felt like last season, man. The Cavs, especially in the second half, they didn't have a field day, hitting threes, really running their offense and doing whatever they wanted to do. Garland was smiling a little too much tonight, man. And Bill, he should be upset about that, because that's supposed to be your protege. That's supposed to be the little homie. You know what I'm saying? He's supposed to be a little homie, but he looked like big homie tonight. You know what I mean? He looked like big homie tonight, because Bill looked terrible, man. Losing the dribble. You know what I mean? Not hitting shots, not being aggressive, not getting assists like that, not setting the tone for his team. Just looked terrible tonight, man. And then the final thing I didn't like tonight, man, was in the third quarter where the team just lost composure overall. I've never seen so many texts back to back to back to back to back. Like, I don't think I've ever seen that ever. But they just losing composure. I mean, they were down 30. You know what I'm saying? So I know they were frustrated and angry, man. But you gotta be professional out there, man. Being mad and getting attitudes with the refs, not keeping your head focused in the game is not gonna get you back in the game. Screaming on the refs is not gonna get you back in the game. As a matter of fact, it's gonna give the other team free points, man. You know what I mean? So the Wizards have to do a better job of keeping their composure when things get tough. And that, I got to call the coach on that. Time out. You know what I mean? Bench them. If they're more focused on the refs than on the game, bench them and get their head right, man. Put players that want to play, that just sitting on the bench, you know they're going to play hard. Put them in the game. Let the starters get their head right, man. Coach Ansel left the starters in way too long. They just didn't have it tonight. They didn't have the energy, and it was very disheartening to see that, man. You know what I mean? So, look, I don't want to dwell too much on this, man. It was a bad game. We're going to have those type of games throughout the season. Every team does. That's just what it is. You know what I mean? But, I mean, it's a disturbing trend. You know what I mean? And our next 9 out of 10 games are going to be on the road. You know what I mean? So it's going to be a tough. It's tough. It's not going to get any easier right now, man. So we got to do better. We got to play better. You know what I'm saying? But tonight was not it, and I was frustrated throughout the whole game, from the first quarter to the fourth. Man, I didn't even watch till it went to triple zeros in the fourth. Man, I knew it was a wrap. You know what I mean? So I was just I was just disgusted. You know. So anyway, man, that's all I got for the night. You know what I mean? I need a drink after that, man. I need a drink. I think I'm gonna go get a drink tonight for that, man, because I'm sick right now. You know what I mean? But anyway, man, if y'all like what y'all saw tonight, man, you like, well, not the game, but this episode. You know what I'm saying? Even though not like what I said, y'all know what I'm saying, man. Because we ain't happy. We not happy, man. You know what I mean? But if you as frustrated as me, you feeling my pain, I'm feeling y'all pain, subscribe to the channel, man. You know what I mean? So we can chop it up more, man. You know what I mean? The Wizards Review on YouTube. You can find us on Facebook and Twitter as well, man. And follow me, King Ade DMV, on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and on NBA 2K22 Xbox Series SRX. Speaking of the NBA 2K22, you know what I mean? The Wizards, man, it looked like they got patched. My NBA 2K people, y'all know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? That's what they look like tonight. Like, they didn't have the abilities that they had previous to the patch. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm trying to laugh about this, man, but it's not funny, man. They got to get it together. Real talk. They got to get it together, man. I was looking forward to this game. I thought that we were going to come back home strong, and it just didn't happen tonight, man. Very disheartening. Very disappointing. But it's not the end of the season. It's still relatively young, and they still got, you know, things to get better at. You know what I'm saying? We still got players coming back. And again, don't forget, this is a first-year coach. You know what I mean? A team, a lot of new pieces, a lot of new players, still getting their groove. But coach has to be he got to get back to having his finger pulse on the game like he was earlier in the season. Those starters should have been out, man. Real talk. They should have been out when we went down 20. They should have been out. At least get their head right. Let the bench get us in. We got a deep team. You know what I'm saying? The bench played hard in the fourth, although Garland was, you know, he was done for the night. But still, just the effort that our starters did not show throughout the night. We saw that with the bench players that came in when we were down big and cut the lead down. And you know, the final score down to 15. You know what I mean? So that has to give credit to the bench for, you know, playing despite being down so much. You know what I mean? So I'm just hoping Coach Unseld, man, don't be afraid to pull the plug, because you were doing that earlier in the season, man. Don't be afraid, man. You need to do something to get these players, especially our starting backcourt, Dinwiddie and Beal, to understand that they are the catalyst of the team, and the team is going to follow their lead. They got to play better. Bottom line, point blank, period. You feel me? So anyway, man, that's my time for the night, man. Have a good evening. You know what I'm saying? We're going to see y'all next time. Again, man, it's one night. You know what I'm saying? You have the right to be frustrated, but just remember, it's just one night, man. Hopefully this doesn't start a trend. Although I've been seeing things that are negative trends that I'm hoping that they fix very, extremely fast, very soon. You feel me? So anyway, man, that's my time, man. Have a good night. See y'all next time, all right? Peace.